Sound of heavy rain, thunder, and a sputtering car engine. Panicked breathing. The rain was so heavy I could barely see past the windshield. My GPS had been frozen for the last 20 minutes. No signal, no directions, just a spinning loading icon. I was completely lost. Then, I saw it. A wooden sign, weathered and worn, peeking out from the overgrown roadside. It just said, "Welcome to town." No name, just town. Sound of engine cutting out, followed by silence. My car died the second I passed that sign. Just completely dead. I tried the ignition, nothing. As I sat there, trying to figure out what to do, a man appeared from the trees. He walked right up to my window and tapped on it. "You need to get inside before dark," he said, his voice low and urgent. I thought he was just some local eccentric, but the look in his eyes, the sheer terror, it made my skin crawl. He pointed to a small, rundown motel just up the road. I didn't have much of a choice, did I? As the sun began to set, the whole atmosphere of the town shifted. It was like a switch had been flipped. Curtains were drawn shut, doors were bolted, and I saw people hanging these strange, smooth stones above their windows. I peeked out of my own motel room window. Not a single person was on the street. It was dead silent. And then, I heard it, a soft knocking at my door. Sound of knocking, then a child's whisper. "Please, let me in." It was the voice of a little girl. She sounded so scared, so alone. My first instinct was to open the door, to help her, but something held me back. I crept to the door and looked through the peephole. Standing there was a little girl, just like the voice suggested. But she was smiling. Her eyes were solid black pits, and her mouth was stretched into a grin that was far too wide for her face. Before I could even scream, the man from earlier burst into my room from a connecting door. He grabbed me and yanked me away from the door, his hand clamped over my mouth. "They're not human," he whispered, his eyes wide with fear. "Whatever you do, don't open that door. If you open it, you die." I didn't want to believe him. It sounded insane. But then I heard the blood-curdling screams from the room next door. They'd opened their door. We scrambled down into the motel's musty basement. Outside, the sounds were horrifying. Shadows twisted and moved against the windows as if they had a life of their own. I saw one crawl across the glass. Its grotesque, glowing smile burned into my memory. Then, just as suddenly as it all began, silence. Morning came. I crept outside. The streets were clean. No blood. No bodies. It was as if nothing had ever happened. I've tried to leave. I've driven for hours, taken every road, every turnoff. But they all lead me right back here. Right back to the same gas station. The same broken sign. It's like the town itself is alive, and it won't let us go. So, if you're ever driving, and you find yourself in a quiet, nameless little town, don't stop, don't look back, and whatever you do, don't talk to anyone. Because once the sun sets, they come out to play, whispering, voice fading with an echo. You can check out, but you'll never leave.